Whew. So we got some sugar, some spice, everything nice, and roll the intro. What's up, nerds? Welcome to Beyond the Cover. And if you notice something a little bit different, yeah, got a haircut. I like it. It's very nice, not messy like before. And also, today we are not talking about a comic book character, we're talking about a cartoon. So, let's go to the city of Townsville and talk about the Powerpuff Girls. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup first appeared on the great channel of Cartoon Network on November 18th, 1998, in an episode entitled Monkey See, Doggy Do / Mommy Fearest, and they were created by Craig McCracken. But this is not the first time Craig put the Powerpuff Girls in a cartoon. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup had the same powers, but were called the Whoop-Ass Girls years earlier in a little project he did. Pretty much the same exact storyline of the Powerpuff Girls, except instead of Chemical X falling into the concoction, it was a can of Whoop-Ass falling into the concoction. Yeah, it would have been a totally different show on a completely different channel. Like, I could see that going on to Spike or something, but definitely not Cartoon Network. And I'm really happy that completely changed, because that would have been weird to see as a child. As for their backstory, well, if you watched any of the episodes, their theme explains how they were created. Professor Utonium attempted to create the perfect little girl, ended up accidentally putting Chemical X into the product, and thus the Powerpuff Girls were born. And they had superpowers, the ability to fly, they were super strong. So the professor adopted them to try to give them a normal childhood, but he also let them go off and fight crime for the better of the city. What made the show so great was how different the three girls were. Like Blossom, who was voiced by Kathy Calvadini, was very strong, independent, motivated, but she would let her emotions get the best of her. Bubbles, who's played by Tara Strong, was very overly emotional, loving and caring, and always looking for acceptance by everybody. And then, of course, you have Buttercup, who is played by Elizabeth Daily, who is strong and always looking for a good fight. The three girls weren't the only characters that made the show run so well. The side characters as well helped. Like the professor, the mayor, who I find to be the funniest character in the show. Sarah Bellum, who was the secretary who didn't have a face apparently, because you never saw her face. You just saw the way her body moved and her reactions as she was talking. And Miss Keene, who was their preschool teacher. You can't have a great superhero show without some really good bad guys. So let's talk about the villains, like Mojo Jojo, the Gangrene Gang, Fuzzy Lumpkins, Princess, him, and the Amoeba Boys. The most impactful episode for me, I feel, was Twisted Sister. Just because it was such a dark episode to see these three little girls in. And I'm not going to ruin the ending for you, because I feel like everyone should watch that episode, because I was really young when that episode came out, and it affected me in a lot of different ways. So I feel like if you haven't watched Twisted Sister, look up Powerpuff Girls Twisted Sister on YouTube and watch the episode. It's a really good, well done episode. The girls' adventure ended after 6 seasons. And I feel like there were 6 strong seasons. The show overall had I think a pretty big impact, because Cartoon Network and their show run back then, probably one of the most solid show runs. All their cartoons were really good. And also, I feel like the Powerpuff Girls broke down borders, because they were the first all little girl team that both boys and girls can enjoy, because it had action and comedy, and you never expect these cute little girls to kick so much butt, at least back then. So like, the impact of the Powerpuff Girls I think still stays today, especially because there's a reboot coming out, because of course there would be. Now, I'm holding my opinions for that reboot, but if you want to know my opinions about reboots in general, you should watch my Nerdosophy on it that I did last week, because that pretty much explains how I feel. Alright, with that all being said, I want to hear from you guys. Who's your favorite Powerpuff Girl? I'm going to go with Buttercup, because green's my favorite color, and also, come on, she'll just beat anybody up if she wanted to. And also, what did you think of the show? Are you excited about the reboot? Nervous about the reboot? Let me know in the comments down below or on my Twitter. And also, special announcement, there will be no episodes of anything next week, because I'm going on a family trip and I'm not bringing my camera with me. But the week after, I'll be doing 3 videos. I'm going to do my quick thoughts and review on Batman vs. Superman. I'm going to do a normal Beyond the Cover, and I'm also going to do a Nerdosophy. So, I'm not going to see you guys next week with Beyond the Cover, but I'll see you guys the week after. And always remember to stay nerdy.